Not picking up my phone. I thought you drink.
Good morning, good morning. Good morning. It's a lovely sunny Sunday morning and welcome to Pilates. Good morning. Nice to see you all. How are we doing? Good. Just give it a couple of minutes. There we go. Lots of people coming on in. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to Pilates. Nice to see you this morning. Good morning. People coming in, nice and busy. Good morning, welcome. A lovely way to start the Sunday. A little bit the Pilates way. There we go. Fantastic. Welcome, guys. Come on in, we'll just give it a couple of minutes more. Just can you check that you've got some weights to hand, whether they're light weights or some tins of beans, bottles of water, or whatever you've got. We'll do a little bit of arm work today, so looking forward to that. Fantastic. Right, let's get started then, guys. If we come together on the mat and then bring our feet together and then turning out our toes to 10 to 2 and then just following with our heel. Coming up, we've got that nice soft knee and to the pelvis, just bringing awareness to the body and to our posture, just rocking that pelvis to the front and to the back, just noting any stiffness or how we're feeling. And we want that pelvis to be in the center, so just drawing it backwards and forwards until we feel that central position and drawing the abdominals in to keep it nice and locked in place. Let's roll those shoulders back and down and stand beautifully tall towards the sky. Let's center ourselves with our breath. Let's inhale through our nose and exhale through that pursed lip. And really keep that breath going for me, guys. Inhaling and exhaling. Feeling that breath entering the body, filling the rib cage, and then contracting to release. And of course, we keep that breath flowing throughout the class, ideally inhaling to prepare to do the exercise and exhaling to do the exercise itself. But the most important thing, please do make sure that you're flowing with that breath and that you're not holding it. Okay, let's think about the core now. An imaginary belt around our waist, drawing in tight to that notch number 10, all the way in, holding it, releasing to 5, 2.5, and let go. And again, all the way, tight into 10, to 5, to 2, and release. Good job. And then thinking of the pelvic floor as a lift, drawing up all the way to that floor number 10, releasing to 5, 2.5, and let go. And again, all the way up to 10, to 5, to 2, and release. And let's do both together and with the breath. Let's inhale to prepare, exhale, draw up and into 10, to 5, to 2, and release. And again, inhale to prepare, exhale, draw up and into 10, to 5, to 2, and release. Now draw both back up to at least a 2.5, if not more, if you've been doing these classes longer. It's all about that abdominal contraction, okay? So keeping it really locked on. And throughout the class, if I talk about anything about pull that belly button in, anything like that, I'm talking about both of these areas really at the same time, okay? So the more we lock those on, the better. Let's get to the warm up. Let's inhale to prepare and exhale, roll those shoulders back and down, really gliding those shoulder blades back as if they're almost touching. That breath flowing through the body and that tummy nice and locked onto me. And as we circle back for 4, keep that breath flowing nice and gentle. 3, the shoulders opening and widening. 2, lovely and gentle, and 1, and release. Coming to the side bend now, inhaling to prepare, exhaling to lengthen down that side seam of the trousers. Inhaling here and exhaling back to center. And again, working that towards the other side, really feeling that waist opening, that rib cage stretching, and that waist opening. Good job. As we work from side to side, releasing those muscles. You might have had a hard week in the gym this week doing lots of classes. How are you feeling? That's it. Just note how your body's feeling and responding this morning. Well done. Keeping these hips facing forward to me, we're going to come into a thoracic twist. Hands in line with the nose, inhaling to prepare and exhaling just to mobilize through that upper body. Inhaling here, exhaling back to center, and again working that towards the other side. Fantastic. Really keep that breath going. Make sure those hips are staying forwards as we work from side to side, mobilizing in that thoracic area of the spine. Good job. And just a few more for me. That breath flowing, stretching out in that mid area of the back. Lovely. And then resting into center. Coming into the roll down now, guys. Let's inhale to prepare, exhale to tuck the chin, and then roll sequentially through the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, those tummies nice and in, stretching out again for whatever feels right for you this morning. Inhaling here, exhaling to restack. Again, vertebrae on vertebrae, those tummies nice and in, rolling up, those shoulders back and down, and that head beautifully tall. And again, inhale to prepare, exhale to tuck, to roll and to release. Heavy head, heavy shoulders, drifting down, stretching out, lengthening. Checking those bottoms don't go back, and we're just bending over from the forward section. Inhaling here and exhaling again, restacking. Again, noting how that body's feeling and responding this morning. Any stiffness in those joints, or do we feel all nice and supple? Inhaling to prepare, exhaling to tuck, to roll and to release for that final time. Drifting down, feeling that back of the legs, stretching out, releasing, lengthening each time. Inhaling here and exhaling again to restack. Perfect spine all the way up to standing, those shoulders back and down, and that head perfectly tall. Well done, fantastic. And that's one I really feel that in the morning, even me just now, I'm hardly able to touch my toes. It comes throughout the day. My back of my hamstrings are really tight. Yours might be too. Okay, so think of all these things and take them into your own practice. Let's think about a nice balance now. Pushing through our left foot and then drawing up our right foot. A lovely balance for me this morning. Concentrating that mind, that's it. Working through that hip, good. Coming up again for 4, those tummies nice and in. Fantastic. 3, slow and gentle, pushing into that supportive leg. 2, lovely, and 1. And at the top for me, working through those ankle joints. 4 beautiful circles in one direction, and again 4 beautiful circles in the other. Lovely. So mobilizing through the hip joint and of course through the ankle joint. Coming up on the other side for 8, pull that tummy in, those shoulders back and down for 7. That breath flowing through the body for 6. Good job. And 5. Keep pulling in for me. For 4. And 3. Slow and gentle. Keep that balance going. For 2. Lovely. And 1. And again at the top. Working that ankle joint. 4 beautiful circles in one direction. And 4 beautiful circles in the other. Lovely. So we're mobilized, we're ready to go. Fantastic. Right, let's grab our weights, guys. Okay, so whatever weights you've got to hand, whether you've got some little beans or something like, try not to go too heavy for me. Okay, so nothing over 2.5, I'd say. Right, so we're going to do a nice Pilates zip up now. Okay, so we're going to draw the arms up to that straight line position, okay, and at the same time we're going to zip up that abdominal wall. Okay, so really think zipping up to that 10, and at the same time, if we want to progress that, we can come up onto our tiptoes. Okay, so working through the articulation of the foot and also working on our balance that little bit more. Let's inhale to prepare and exhale to draw up for me. For 8, that's it, drawing up each time. For 7, those arms in a nice straight line. Good. For 6, keep pulling that tummy in. For 5, that's it, working onto those toes. For 4, good job, feeling it in our calves as well. For 3, toning and strengthening. For 2, lovely, and 1. And again for me, zip up. 8, really pulling that tummy. 7, those arms just in that nice straight line. For 6, that's it, keep that breath flowing. And 5. For 4, pulling up each time. 3, pushing into those big toes. 2, lovely, and 1. Last set, let's lift. 8, come on, squeeze those arms up. For 7, really pulling that tummy in. For 6, good job. And 5, check you've got that nice straight line with the arms. For 4, and 3, that breath still flowing. 2, lovely, and 1, and release. Good job. Right, we're going to bring those arms out to the side now, okay, and we're going to draw them in that nice Pilates squeeze in and out bicep curl number 2. Inhaling to prepare, exhaling to draw in for me. For 8, and out. Use that mind. 7, stretching out. For 6, activating those biceps. And 5, those thighs pulled in tight. For 4, good job. 3, fantastic. 2, lovely, and 1. Keeping those arms up, we're going to rotate. 8, like the cat at the Chinese. 7, working into that rotator cuff. Good. For 6, keep those tummies pulled in nice and tight. And 5, good job. For 4, slow and steady with that breath. 3, lovely. 2, fantastic, and 1. Bringing them down, we're going to go into dumb waiter. These elbows are going to stay into our sides, and we're going to open back through that chest. A great one if we've been sat over the desk all week. Inhaling to prepare, exhaling to open back for 8. We're going to put those shoulder blades right where they should belong for 7. Tummies in for 6. Keep those elbows into the sides of the body for 5. Feeling that weight, holding that weight up with the bicep for 4 and 3. Slow and steady. 2. Fantastic, and 1. Arms out, let's curl in. 8. Stretch out, use that mind. Come on for 7. Pulling in, that breath still flowing. Good. For 6. Again, that nice straight line with the arms. For 5. Check those shoulders aren't coming up towards the ears. Good. For 4. Pulling in. 3. That breath still flowing. 2. Lovely, and 1. Let's rotate. Palms forward. 8. Back to center. 7. Keep pulling in that tummy. For 6. It's keeping us steady. That's it. For 5. Good job. And 4. Nice. 3. Keep that angle. 2. Fantastic, and 1. Down we go, opening up through that chest again. 8. Those elbows locked into the side for 7. Stretching back and opening that chest for 6. Those tummies really pulled in, guys, for 5. Good job, and 4. Feel those shoulders opening. 3. Fantastic. 2. Lovely, and 1. Arms out, in we curl. 8, come on, stretch out. 7, we've got this now. For 6, pulling in, stretching out, and 5. Use that breath. 4, keep those arms nice and high. For 3, those shoulders away from the ears. For 2, lovely, and 1. Let's rotate, come on. 8, up to center. 7, using that breath. For 6, good job, and 5, keep that angle for me. For 4, we're nearly there, feeling those shoulders working. 3, pulling in those tummies. Fantastic. 2, lovely, and 1. Arms down, let's open back. 8, stretch back, open those shoulders. For 7, use that breath. For 6, good job. And 5, keep pulling in, come on. 4, we're nearly there. 3, good job. 2, lovely, and 1, and release. Well done. Give those shoulders a roll, and hopefully you can feel that your posture's a little bit more backwards. You know, your chest is open. You've got better posture. Well done. We're just going to progress that now with a little bug exercise. Okay, so we've got the knees bent. Okay, nice straight back, and we're going to draw up. Okay, leading with the elbow up to a nice straight line before we draw back down again. Okay, tummy's really in, those shoulders back and down. We've got them in their rightful place. Let's keep them there. Inhaling to prepare, exhaling to lift for me. For 8, squeezing those shoulder blades together. For 7, using that breath. For 6, those tummies nice and in. For 5, that's it. Good job. For 4, leading with those elbows. Again, 3, keep pulling up for me. 2, lovely, and 1. And again, let's go. 8, lovely, and 7, pulling in all the time. For 6, keeping that little bend in the knee. For 5, good, and 4, keep pulling in. For 3, we're nearly there. Come on. 2, keep squeezing, and 1. Last set. Come on. 8, squeeze it in. 7, let that breath flow. For 6, good job, and 5, slow and steady. For 4, fantastic. 3, good job. 2, lovely, and 1. We're going to kick back those arms, okay, working into those triceps. Let's kick for 8. Don't swing it, control it. For 7, good job, and 6, pushing back, controlling. For 5, good. 4, push back. 3, lovely. 2, working that back of the arm, and 1. At the top, push it up as high as we can. 8, 7, 6, and 5. Pull in for 4. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Again, pulse. 8, 7, 6, and 5. Pull in for 4. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Last 8. Come on, squeeze. 7, 6. Tummy tight for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. In we go. Push it back. 8. Squeeze that back of the arm. For 7. Lovely. And 6. We're nearly there, guys. For 5. Push back. 4. Use that breath. 3. Fantastic. 2, lovely, and 1, and release. Well done, guys. Superstar stuff. Quick little drink, and then we're going to go into our balancing activities for the day. Now, balancing itself is so important, particularly as we all get older, we lose our sense of balance. That's why people fall over. So we need to practice this. And also, it's a lovely way to really center your mind and prepare yourself maybe for the day ahead. Okay, so we're going to transfer our weight through into that left leg, and we're going to point that front leg forwards for me. Okay, I really want you to stretch out and activate all those muscles. That's another Pilates principle. Okay, feeling the precision of the movement, the precision of the muscles that allow us to do these movements. Okay, we're then going to bring that leg out to the side and squeeze it in, working the inner thigh. Okay, a nice flex foot on that one, guys. Squeezing it in will activate all those muscles, and we're going to do that for 2 sets. Then we're going to come up and do some lovely ballerina-y kicks out. Okay, again, visualization, 50 pounds of mud, really kicking that leg out really nice and hard, and then we'll move on to the other side. So shoulders back and down, tummy's nice and in, legs front pointing forwards to me for 8, tummy's in, 7, those shoulders back for 6, point those legs up for 5, no putting that foot down, 4, that's it, 3, good job, 2, lovely, and 1, to the side for me, no rest, don't put that foot down, squeeze, 7, and 6, good job, for 5, this supporting leg doing all the work, 4, pulling in, nice, 3, try not to lean over, 2, fantastic, and 1, leg to the front again, squeeze in, 7, don't let that pelvis compromise, keep it steady, for 6, pull that tummy in, and 5, the body should be really steady, for 4, and 3, of course that rest flowing, 3, 2, lovely, and 1, out to the side for me, squeeze, 8, and in, 7, use that breath, for 6, good job, and 5, slow and steady, for 4, squeeze, 3, good job, 2, lovely, and 1, leg comes up, it can be down here if you wish, kick out, 8, 7, 6, and 5, pull in for 4, good, 3, nice, 2, and 1, again kick 8, lovely, 7, 6, and 5, tummy's tight for 4, good, 3, nice, 2, and 1, last set, 8, come on, 7, 6, and 5, good balance for 4, lovely, 3, 2, and 1, good job, feel that all in that supportive, up into that bottom, all down that supportive leg, good job, on to the other side, let's point those legs, 8, ooh, 7, good job, for 6, lengthening, and 5, stretching out those toes, for 4, those tummies pulled in really tight, 3, that breath flowing, 2, lovely, and 1, to the side for me, squeeze in, 8, and 7, good job, for 6, and 5, keep that breath flowing, for 4, and 3, lovely, 2, gently, and 1, pointing forwards, 8, 7, stretch those legs, for 6, and 5, slow and steady, for 4, good job, 3, challenging that balance, 2, lovely, and 1, to the side, squeeze in, 8, lovely, 7, good job, for 6, keep that breath flowing, and 5, squeezing in, for 4, and 3, 2, and 1, are we ready to kick out? Up we go, let's kick, 8, 7, 6, and 5, for 4, good, 3, nice, 2, and 1, and again here, 8, 7, perfectly fine, 6, and 5, kick, for 4, good, 3, nice, 2, and 1, last set, 8, come on, 7, 6, and 5, kick, for 4, 3, 2, and 1, and release. Well done, some great activation in those thighs, and I hope you did well on your balance, and if you didn't, give it a little practice, you know, really good, a lovely exercise, just to stand and practice, calm your mind, use that core, okay, balancing, fantastic stuff. Right, let's go back down to the mat now, guys. Okay, we're going to have our hands in that W position. Okay, we're going to keep the neck and the back all in line, and we're going to think about these back muscles, okay, that we're trying to strengthen, because of course the core is not just the front, it's the whole way around that we're working to strengthen our whole body. Okay, relaxing the legs, relaxing the bottoms. Down we go. Down onto the mat, release the body, Release the shoulders, release the bottoms. Draw in the pelvic floor, draw in the tummy. Let's inhale to prepare and exhale to peel ourselves up off the mat. Might just be a very small movement and release the body down, thinking of the precision and the flow through those muscles. As you rise up again for 7, that breath flowing through the body. For 6, if you start to feel those bottoms tweaking, then just make that movement slightly smaller. For 5, releasing the breath, checking those tummies. For 4, slow and steady. 3, really centering the mind in our practice. For 2, lovely. And 1. And then sit back for me into child's pose. Stretch back, relax, take a moment there. We'll go back down for our second set and just suddenly start to think, what could you have made better? Could you pull that tummy a little bit more? Relax the bottoms a little bit more. Okay, sometimes it takes us that second set to really be able to activate the mind and to concentrate on what we're doing, okay? So draw the pelvic floor up, lock the tummy on, inhale to prepare and exhale again to peel for 8. Slow and steady. Release the mind. Concentrate on the movement through the body. For 7, drawing in all the time. Slow and steady. For 6, maybe pushing up into those forearms. If you feel that you can do that and that bottom is not moving, good job. Slowing and releasing the breath as you rise up again. For 5 and 4. Checking those backs and necks are still in line and not moving independently. For 3, slow and steady. Good. 2, lovely. And 1. And then again, sit back for me. Take a little moment there, and then we'll move on to our next exercise. So as I said in the first one, don't squeeze the bottom. We're now going to do flutter kicks and do squeeze the bottom. Okay, so we're going to come down to the mat in that same position, but we're going to bring our hands directly underneath our foreheads. Okay, we're going to bring our toes to touching, so the big toe to big toe are touching, and we're going to slightly lift our legs up off the mat. Okay, so just our knees, just higher than the mat, and we're going to kick our legs in a lovely little flutter kick. Okay, really again controlling through that core. So let's come down to the mat. We're drawing the bottoms together as those toes are touching. Okay, we've got that squeezing in the buttocks. Lifting up, inhaling here, exhaling, let's kick for 8, 7, pull in, 6 and 5, kick, kick for 4, good, 3, nice, 2 and 1, gently release down, good job. You'll feel that all down the posterior chain, into the back, working through the bottom and down all the leg. Okay, really activate those leg muscles. Again, let's inhale to prepare, exhale to lift up, inhale here and let's exhale and kick for 8, 7, 6 and 5, pull in for 4, good, 3, nice, 2 and 1, another set, 8, 7, 6 and 5, kick, kick for 4, good, 3, nice, 2 and 1 and release down, good job. Now we're getting the speed of it, little swimming flutter kicks. Okay, we're going to do that again for another set of 2. Let's inhale to prepare, exhale to lift up, inhale here and exhale, let's kick for 8, 7, 6 and 5, pull in for 4, good, 3, 2 and 1, and again kick, kick, 8, 7, 6 and 5, strong legs for 4, nice, 3, lovely, 2 and 1, and release down, release the bottoms, release the legs. Let's sit back, into that child pose for another nice stretch. Good job. Hopefully you can feel that all in the core, all down the back of the legs. Fantastic. Right, we're going to come up and do a little bit of plank work, okay? So the options are, we're going to come up and we're going to hold that plank for me in a nice straight line. Okay, the ribs are in, the tummies are in, the pelvic floor is in. We're holding that up for a nice 8. Okay, we could be down on our knees, that's perfectly fine as well. Pulling in, or you might want to come onto that forearm. Again, check that bottom's tucked under, that body line's nearly nice and straight. Okay, then we're going to do some lovely forwards and backs. Okay, So pushing again through the articulation of the toes, the movements coming through the toes and through the shoulder complex. My body itself is staying nice and rigid, okay? An easier option, we can drop to the knees and just push through those legs, okay? Stretching out alternate sides, pushing again into those toes, okay? The arms directly underneath the shoulders, and we're drawing really nice and in. So whichever option you feel happy for, we're going to hold them for a count of 8, okay? So let's go. Whew, prepare ourselves. That's it. Focus the mind. Inhaling to prepare. Exhaling, up we go. Holding it up for me for 8. Pulling in. 7, 6, and 5. Good job. Pull in for 4. Good. 3. Nice. 2 and 1. Forwards and back for me for 8. Pulling in that tummy for 7. Good job. For 6. Use that breath. We're here for 5. Fantastic. 4. Pushing through. For 3, pull in so tight. 2, lovely, and 1. Good job. Sit back, stretch back, take a moment there. Lovely. Right, we're going to do it all again. Inhaling to prepare, exhaling to push up, holding it up. Again, pull in. 8, 7, 6, and 5. Pull in for 4. Good. 3, nice. 2 and 1. Forwards and back. 8, back to center. 7, using that breath. For 6, lovely, through those toes. For 5 and 4, all we're here. For 3, pushing through. For 2, lovely, and 1, and release. Sit back, stretch back, take a moment there. Right, we're going to progress it even more now, guys, okay? So we're going to come up into the mermaid stretch, or we can do, okay, a side plank. So the side plank, okay, the easier option, our elbow directly underneath our shoulder, that body line nice and straight, the bottom leg bent, the top leg straight, and we're going to push up, hold it into that side plank. We can then roll it round, so we're on our toes, and we can hold it there, and then we've got those leg taps that we can do from that position as well, before we then roll it round, okay, and do it all again. Or alternatively, we've got our hand nice and straight, the bottom leg is bent, just nice and gently, okay, as if we're sitting the top leg straight. We're going to push up into that side mermaid, holding it up for me. We're then going to rotate around into that full plank position, okay, we're going to hold it, and then we're going to rock forwards and back, and then we're going to roll round all the way into that other mermaid before we do it all again. Okay, so it's going to be a tough one. If you want to come down at any point, guys, do please don't push yourself. If you experience any discomfort, please do stop. Okay, so position of choice, check whatever you're doing that is directly underneath. Okay, inhaling to prepare, exhaling to lift up, holding it up for me for 8, 7, 6, and 5. Push up here for 4. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Round we go. Nice straight line for 8, 7, 6, and 5. Pull in for 4. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Forwards and back. 8, 7. Use that breath. For 6. Pulling in, and 5. Good job. For 4 and 3. That breath still flowing. 2, lovely, and 1. Round we roll, lifting up. 8, 7, 6, and 5. Pull in for 4. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. Hold it up. 8, 7, 6, and 5. Pull in for 4. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Forwards and back. 8. Pull in tight now, guys. Come on. 7. Really activate that core. For 6 and 5. That breath still flowing. For 4 and 3. Good job. For 2. Lovely, and 1. Round we go. Last hold. 8, 7, 6, and 5. Pull in for 4. Good. 3. Push up. 2, and gently lower it for 1. Good job, guys. How's that feeling? It's hard, isn't it? It's hard in the shoulder. A lovely strengthening exercise for the shoulder. Good for the sides as well as the core. Fantastic. Well, what we've done one side, we need to do the other. So let's roll round. Quick little drink. Onto the other side. Okay, checking that straight line, body for me. Inhaling to prepare, exhaling. Let's lift it up for 8, 7, 6, and 5. Good job for 4. Stretch that chest. 2, and 1. Round we go, drawing in. 8, 7, 6 and 5. Use that breath for 4. Good. 3. Nice. 2 and 1. Forwards and back. 8. Back to center. 7. Keep that body rigid for me. For 6. Just through the toes. And 5. Pulling in for 4. And 3. Good job. 2. Lovely. And 1. Round we roll. Lift up. 8, 7, 6 and 5. Pull in for 4, 3, 2 and 1. Back to center. Hold it up. 8, 7, 6 and 5. Pull in for 4. Good. 3, 2 and 1. Forwards and back. 8. Back to center. 7. Push through those toes for 6 and 5. That breath still flowing. Come on for 4. We've got this. For 3. Good job. 2. Lovely. And 1. Round we roll. Holding it up. Last time. 8, 7, 6 and 5. For 4, 3, 2 and 1. Down we go, guys. Superstar stuff. Little round of applause. You pushed really hard there. Well done. Give those shoulders a roll. It's tough on those shoulders. Fantastic. Right. Down we go now, guys. On to the backs. My favourite bit. Rolling back down to the mat. We're going to think about this core now. We're going to do some nice bridge work, okay? So those feet hip distance apart, facing forwards, okay? The purpose of this exercise is stability of the pelvis, okay? So we're really going to keep that pelvis nice and steady, pushing into the legs, okay? Let's inhale to prepare and exhale to peel up through the spine. Vertebrae on vertebrae to where we can control the ribs. Inhaling here and exhaling, dropping down nice and gently again, each part of the spine. Releasing again, inhaling and exhaling. Checking we've got those tummies locked on, those pelvic floors as we rise and flow with that movement. And again, peeling up, visualizing like a string of pearls being pulled up and then gently released, pearl by pearl, back down to the ground. Inhaling and exhaling. So here we're still mobilizing through that spine, okay? We've got that tummy locked on. We don't want those hips to be moving. So really keep them nice and steady. And we can use those arms there as a little guide maybe to check that we're not wobbling too far. Push through the legs, okay? Try not to squeeze the bottom. Push through the legs and really steady yourself into the mat. And just give me one more now, all the way up to the top, where we control those ribs and release, okay? Let's transfer our weight through into our left leg and take our right leg up for me, nice and long. Push through those legs. We're going to flex the foot on the way down and point the foot on the way up, a lovely painting motion. Let's inhale to prepare and exhale to draw that leg down for 8. Painting it up for me, good, controlling. For 7, flex that foot down, paint it up, good. For 6, pushing through those legs, keeping them really nice and strong, good. For 5, that breath still flowing, that tummy locked on. For 4, slow and steady, painting some beautiful strokes. For 3, pushing through that supportive leg. 2, slow and gentle. And 1, all the way down, all the way up. And then let's release that leg back down to the mat. And onto the other side, pushing through that supportive leg, stretching and lengthening on the other side. Inhaling here, exhaling to draw that leg down. Flexing that foot, painting it all the way up again, releasing down. Body really nice and steady, that breath flowing through the body. Thinking of that core that we're working really hard as you rise up again and paint down for 6. Pulling that tummy in all the time, good. For 5, keep that breath flowing. And 4, slow and steady. For 3, use the breath. 2, keep pulling those tummies in. Good, guys, lovely. And 1, all the way up, down, and then let's reset. Again, inhale here, exhale to release all the way down to the ground. Tuck those knees in. Take a little moment there. Well done, fantastic effort, guys. Good stuff. Release and relax the breath. Next, we're going to go back up into that bridge, but we're going to work through sort of our outer thigh and inner thigh area, okay? So we're going to bring those feet so they're touching now together, okay? Ankle to ankle. We're going to inhale to prepare, and we're going to exhale again to roll up to where we can control the ribs. Inhaling here, exhaling. I want you to drop down through the hips, okay? Knees towards the ground, and draw back up again. Don't be tempted to let that bottom drop down, okay? That's it. Really control that breath. So up we go into position, inhaling here, exhaling. Let's drop the knees and squeeze back into position for 8. Use that breath for 7. Good job. For 6, pull that tummy in. And 5, use that breath, pushing up. For 4, good job, guys. 3, drawing up. 2, lovely. Can you feel that in the outer bottom? Good. And 1, and then really slowly rolling down through that spine, vertebrae on vertebrae, releasing down, a little hug in. Fantastic, guys. Well done. We're going to do that once more again. Okay, so feet down, ankles together, inhaling to prepare, exhaling to draw up into position. Inhaling here, exhaling to release, and squeeze for 8. Keep those bottoms up for me for 7. Good job. And 6, pulling in. For 5, that tummy's still tight. Good job. For 4, slow and gentle. For 3, fantastic. 2, lovely. And 1. And again, inhale and exhale. Release down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Hugging those knees in. Taking a moment there. We're going to do it once more, guys, and then we'll move on. Let's inhale to prepare and exhale again, rolling up into position. You can feel it. Each time we're doing it, it's stronger in those thighs. Good job. For 7, squeezing in, making those legs touch. Can you feel it as those inner thighs touch? That toning all through that leg. For 6, squeezing back together. And 5, keeping that bottom up. For 4, good job. And 3, slow and steady. For 2, checking that tummy. And 1, and again, release, roll down, slow, 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 hug in, take a moment there. Fantastic stuff, guys. Well done. Release the breath. Good effort. Right. We're going to come on to some nice hundreds now, okay? So we're going to come up. The purpose of the 100 is to create that abdominal contraction, okay? So we're going to have our head up, our shoulders away from our ears, and we're mobilizing just a lovely little patting motion, okay, through the arms. We can progress that by taking our legs up into tabletop and keeping them above our hips, okay? Or if we feel that we can really control that tummy and keep it locked down, we can take those legs nice and high, and again, that same movement, okay? But make sure you don't feel any discomfort in your back or indeed in your neck. If you do, if you don't like it, just have your neck down. It works the core a little less hard, but perfectly fine, okay, to not have any neck strain. So guys, we're going to do that for a round of 5 breaths. So let's inhale to prepare, exhale to come up into position, inhale here, and let's exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, and then gently release yourself down. Well done. This time we're going to go up again, and I want you to think a bit more about that abdominal contraction. Could you have pulled your pelvic floor in a bit more? Could you have pulled that tummy in? Perhaps progress it. Was your neck down? You think actually for a few rounds, maybe I could bring my neck up, locking down those ribs, okay? The choice is yours. It's your workout. You work to where you feel happy. Okay, guys, let's inhale to prepare and exhale to lift up into position. Inhaling here, and let's exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale and gently lower yourself down. Good. I hope you can really feel now that abdominal pressure kicking in. Let's take a deep round of breath, and again, inhaling, exhaling, coming up into position. Inhaling here, and let's exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale and release. Good job. Have a little hug in there. Take a moment and then we'll move on. Good stuff. Right, now we fatigue those muscles. Let's get really into working them nice and hard, okay? So those legs up into that tabletop for me. We're mobilizing, of course, through that hip joint, alternating the legs down, keeping that angle. I don't want to see any of this. That's not what we're doing. Through the leg, okay? Really pulling down, really nice and tight with those abdominals. Don't let them dome up. Keep pulling it down. Keep pulling that pelvic floor up. You can bring the head up and lock down the ribs as well, or perfectly fine to have the head down. Your choice again. Inhaling to prepare. Exhaling, let's tap for 8. Back to center. 7. Slow and steady for 6. Check everything's pulled in. And 5. Good job for 4. Use that breath. 3. 2, keep pulling in, and 1, and again for me, tap 8, back to center, 7, pulling in all the time for 6, good job, and 5, slow and steady for 4, lovely, 3, fantastic, 2, lovely, and 1, and release. Little hug in there before we move on to single leg stretch. Okay, so we're lengthening that leg, keeping the shoulders away from the ears, and again, drawing that tummy nice and in. As we change legs, a gentle caressing hold, okay, not a grip, and then we'll change again. Okay, guys, so let's inhale, coming up into position, exhaling to change for 8, stretching that leg away, slow and steady, for 7, pulling in all the time, for 6, keeping those ears away from the shoulders, and 5, good job, slow and steady, for 4, a gentle touch on those knees, for 3, fantastic, 2, lovely, and 1. If it gets too much, bring the neck down, perfectly fine, again for 8, pulling in tight all that time, for 7, using that breath, for 6, good job, and 5, we're nearly there, keep pulling in, for 4, slow and steady, for 3, lovely, for 2, good stuff, and 1, and release. A little hug in, take a moment there and relax. Okay, we're going to come into a dead bug now, so we're going to have our legs and arms up at that 90, and we're going to extend opposite arm, okay, to opposite leg, pulling in that core, okay, pulling down the ribs. If you want to progress it and you want to hold your weights, you can do as well, okay, perfectly fine. For an easier option, if you wanted just to tap those legs, again, perfectly fine rather than the extension. Let's inhale to prepare, guys. Exhale to come up into position. Inhale here and exhale to extend for 8. Back to center, pulling in that tummy for 7. Using that breath for 6. Don't let those legs come above those hips for 4. Good. And 3. Slow and steady for 2. Lovely, and 1, and again, stretch away for 8, or it might just be that little tap for 7, perfectly fine, for 6, keep pulling in all the time, for 5, working those transverse abdominals, for 4, pulling back to center, for 3, good job, 2, lovely, and 1, and release. Little hug in here. We're going to go back down through the single leg stretch and into tap sky. So let's inhale to prepare. Exhale to change for me for 8. Shoulders away from the ears, pulling in that tummy all the time. For 7, using that breath. For 6, keep that tummy pulled in. For 5, good job. And 4, slow and steady. For 3, lovely, 2, that breath still flowing, and 1, and again, stretch away, 8, keep pulling in all the time, for 7, good stuff, and 6, for 5, and 4, well done, for 3, good stuff, guys, 2, you feel that core strength building, and 1, fantastic, legs up into tabletops, 3, 2, 1, let's tap, 8, back to center, 7, really pull down here, for 6, We've got this, and 5, pulling in so tight for 4. Use that core for 3. Good job. 2, lovely, and 1. And again, check they're not coming into the body for 8. Tap away for 7. Keep that breath flowing for 6. Good, and 5. Pull tight. Come on for 4. We're nearly there. 3. Good job. 2. Lovely, and 1. And release. A little hug in there. Take a moment to slow and control that breath. A hard little tummy set. Well done. Good effort. Well done. Right, let's roll round now into that side lying position for me. Okay, we're really drawing in our tummy here. Okay, and this is what's keeping us steady. So pull into the absolute maximum you can. Hitch up slightly in the waist to activate those side muscles. And if you need a hand there for support, have so. Okay, but just make sure that it's a really light touch. We're not gripping into the floor. Okay, that neck and back and head are all in line. And we're just going to bring that leg up to hip height and release down. Tummy nice and steady for 7. And 6, allow that breath to flow. For 5, just to hip height. And 4, keep pulling in. For 3, slow and steady. 2, lovely, and 1. At the top, circle forwards to me. For 8, pull in tight. 7. And 6, no movement in that body. For 5, the movement's just coming from that hip. For 4, good. 3, nice. 2 and 1, reverse it. 8, 7, pull in. 6 and 5, good job. For 4, good. 3, nice. 2 and 1 to the front. 8, are we pushing through and lengthening those legs? 7, 6 and 5, activate. For 4, tummy tight. 3, good. 2 and 1, reverse. 8, good. 7, 6 and 5, pull in. For 4, good. 3, nice. 2 and 1, and release down. Bring that top leg over the bottom leg. Okay, we're going to squeeze up that inner thigh. Inhaling to prepare, guys. Exhaling to lift for 8. Again, that tummy is. 7, squeezing that leg up for 6 and 5. That breast still flowing. For 4 and 3, good. 2, lovely, and 1. At the top, circle forwards. Again, 8, no movement through that body. 7, just the hip. For 6 and 5, pulling in. For 4, lift it up. 3, good. 2 and 1, reverse. 8, 7, 6 and 5, keep pulling in. For 4, good. 3, 2 and 1 to the front. 8, 7, keep lifting up. For 6 and 5, pull in. For 4, good. 3, nice. 2 and 1 to the back. 8, lift it up. 7, come on, pull in. For 6 and 5, we're nearly there. For 4, keep pulling in. 3, good. 2, lovely, and 1, and release. Good job. Hope you feel that all in that inner thigh. We're going to push up gently onto our forearm. Okay, and the easier option, we can take that back leg behind the bottom leg and we can draw that leg up. Okay, for the harder option, we're going to have both legs on top of each other for a lovely sideline teaser, and we're going to draw those legs up, okay, to meet. Push through that bottom leg and help it on the way up. Okay, so pick a position you're happy with. Inhaling to prepare, exhaling to lift. For 8, good. And 7, pulling in that tummy for me. For 6, a lovely reach. For 5, good job. For 4, lifting up those legs, stretching through. For 3, 2, lovely, guys, and 1, and release. Slow and gently down. Checking that arm is directly underneath that shoulder. That bottom leg's bent and those legs nice and top of each other. Okay, inhaling to prepare, exhaling to lift up into side plank. Inhaling here, exhaling to rotate through. To thread the needle. For 8, stretch back, open the chest. Good. Allow that breath to flow. For 7, slow and steady. For 6, really allowing this time to center the mind. Good. For 5, opening, stretching back. Good. For 4, allowing that breath to flow. For 3, checking those tummies are still nice and pulled in. Good. For 2, a lovely rotation. Nice. And 1. And then gently releasing that down to the ground. And then a lovely fluid motion as we roll round onto the other side. Again, a lovely sideline position, tummy pulled in, hitched up slightly in that waist. Inhaling to prepare, exhaling to lift that leg. 8, release down. 7, steady, steady, steady with that body. For 6 and 5, use that breath. For 4, good, and 3, lovely. 2 and 1, circle forwards from that hip. 8, 7. No movement in that body for 6 and 5. Push through those legs for 4 and 3. Good stuff. 2. Lovely. And 1. Reverse it. 8. Pull in. 7, 6 and 5. Good stuff for 4. Good. 3. Nice. 2 and 1 to the front. Push through those legs. Come on, activate. 7, 6 and 5. Pull in for 4. Good. 3, 2 and 1. Reverse it. 8, 7, 6 and 5. Pull in for 4. Good. 3, 2 and 1. Fantastic. Bring that leg up in front of the bottom one and then lifting that bottom leg up for me for 8. Tummy tight again. 7. Stretching up for 6. Good. And 5. Working that inner thigh for 4 and 3, 2 and 1. At the top, circle forwards. 8, 7, 6 and 5. Body steady for 4, 3, 2 and 1. Reverse it. 8. Squeeze up. 7, 6 and 5. Pull in for 4. Good. 3. Nice. 2 and 1 to the front again. 8, 7, 6 and 5. Pull in for 4. Good. 3. Nice. 2 and 1. Reverse. 8. Keep lifting. 7, 6 and 5. Squeeze up for 4. Good. 3. Nice. 2 and 1. Release down. Oh, you can feel it, can't you? Building in that inner thigh. Up we come gently onto that forearm. Okay, whether we've got that bottom leg straight and we're lifting up, or we can do that double leg. Okay, choice is yours. Let's inhale to prepare and exhale to lift for 8. Stretch those legs out for 7. Pulling that tummy in for 6. Good. And 5. Lifting up for 4. Controlling those legs for 3. Nice, guys. 2. Lovely. And 1. And release down. Slow and steady. Good job. Rolling round onto that side for me. Checking that line. Check those legs straight, one on top of the other. Okay. Use your mat as a nice little guide. Inhaling to prepare. Exhaling to lift up. Inhaling here. Exhaling to rotate for 8. A really lovely calm rotation. Slowing that breath down. Good. For 7, stretching back, opening the heart to the world. For 6 and 5, keep pulling that tummy in. Good job. For 4, a lovely rotation. Slow and steady. For 3, lovely, guys. Well done. 2, controlling. Great stuff. And 1. And release slowly down. Our final exercise, guys, that plank where we started at the beginning, okay? So really controlling that breath, whether we're going for a hold or a little leg lift, we're going to go for that minute, okay? So into position for me, thinking of that core, thinking of that pelvic floor, inhaling to prepare, exhaling, let's lift up. Up we go, whether we're here. The menu du jour, rocking forwards and back, perhaps we prefer, or whatever we're doing, guys. Make sure we've got those tummies pulled in, those ribs pulled in, those pelvic floors pulled in. We've got that nice straight line with the body, okay? Keep that breath flowing for me, drawing in all the time, that lovely straight line. Pull in really nice and tight, maybe a bit of forward and back. That's it. Make sure that body stays nice and rigid for me. All the way down on those knees, pushing through those legs. Again, controlling that core, controlling that breath, really nice and strong. Well done. Keep that breath flowing. There we go. Maybe push yourself up. Try a little bit. This is the last exercise of the day, guys. So how much more in you have you got? Do you want to push a little bit harder? Up we come then. Come on, let's do it. That's it. We're nearly there. Keep that breath flowing. Keep pulling in. Good job. For 3, 2, 1, and release. Drop the knees. Sit back, stretch back into child's pose, release and relax that breath. Slow the body down, heavy head, heavy shoulders, release and relax. Let's walk the hands over to one side, okay, opening, stretching through that rib cage, releasing and relaxing down into the mat, slowing the breath down, slowing the body down, inhaling and exhaling. Walking the hands into center and then allowing them to flow to the other side. Again, stretching and opening through that rib cage, releasing and relaxing down into the mat. Heavy head, heavy shoulders. Release and relax. Good job. And then when you're ready, let's just roll round very nice and fluidly onto our backs for a lovely stretch out. And in Pilates, it's as much about the stretching out as it is the toning. We want beautiful long limbs. We want perfect posture. So we're going to have to do some stretching to achieve that as well. Push down in the bottom, push up through that ball of the foot and holding just below that knee joint. Stretch and lengthen that leg, wherever it is. It might be down here, but I don't want to see this, guys. This isn't doing anything. Stretch those legs out straight, straight, straight as possible. Keep the ears away from the shoulders and draw in the abdominals. Inhale here and exhale, draw that leg in towards the body. Feeling that stretching and lengthening all down the back of the leg. Slowing and releasing the breath. Inhaling and exhaling, drawing it in again. Feel those muscles stretching and lengthening. Feel that muscle under pressure and tension. Again, inhale and exhale. Draw it in for the final time. Feeling that lengthening. Inhaling and exhaling to release. Well done. On to the other side. Hugging the knee in. And pushing up towards the sky. Push down in that bottom, push up through that ball of the foot and stretch and lengthen. Draw in the tummy, check we've got that under control and pull the ears away from the shoulders. Inhaling and exhaling, drawing that leg in again. Lengthening all the time down that back of the leg. Inhaling and exhaling, drawing it in again. Keep pushing that bottom down in the mat. For the final time, inhale and exhale, draw that leg in, tight, tight, tight. And then release, good job. Bring one leg across the supporting leg and then take that supporting leg into tabletop. Feel that stretch all the way down that leg into the bottom. Check the abdominals are really nice and tight here, guys. And draw that knee in towards the body. Feeling that stretching all the way down the leg and into that bottom. Release and slow that breath. Inhaling and exhaling and release. Feet down on the floor, transferring to the other side, and again draw that knee in towards the chest. Feeling that beautiful stretch all the way down that leg and into that bottom. That's it. Keep that tummy nice and tight for me. That breath still flowing. Inhaling and exhaling to release. Slow and gentle. Feet down on the floor, hands gently by the sides, and allow the knees to tumble down towards the mat. Feel that rib cage opening and widening, the spine stretching and releasing. Heavy head, heavy shoulders, heavy knees. Release and relax. Slow the breath down. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhaling 2, 3, 4, 5, as we take ourselves to our happy place and really visualize ourselves there, feeling the wind upon our cheek, inhaling happiness and positive thoughts and dreams, and exhaling any negative thoughts we might be holding on to. Allowing ourselves to rest, reset, and reflect during our time here. Feeling the air entering our body, refreshing and renewing with each inhalation, and exhaling any negative thoughts. Drawing the legs into center and then allowing them to flow down towards the other side. Feel the body softening and responding again down into the mat. Heavy head, heavy shoulders, heavy knees, heavy breath. Release and relax even more. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and exhaling 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, keep your mind on the breath. Refreshing, renewing, and use this time to slow your mind, reset your intentions for the day and for the week ahead, full of hope, possibility, and positivity. Feeling refreshed, renewed, and reset. And when you're ready, guys, let's just roll around into an all fours position, keeping that breath flowing for me. Hands directly underneath the shoulders, knees directly underneath the hips. Inhaling, drawing up through into cat's pose. Exhaling to release. Inhaling, drawing up and in. Exhaling to release. And the final time, inhaling, drawing up and in. Exhaling to release. Pushing up into downward dog, again stretching down the back of the leg, aiming to get those heels down towards the mat, drawing in the abdominals, feeling really nice and strong in that position. Inhaling here, exhaling, walking the hands towards the feet, really keeping those legs nice and straight for me, bending over. Inhaling and exhaling to restack. Again, vertebrae on vertebrae, those tummies nice and in, rolling up to standing, those shoulders back and down, and that head beautifully tall, ready to take on and tackle the world. I think in our stride, guys, well done. Let's just circle the shoulders and step through pedals as we're ready to take on and tackle what will be another fabulous week. Well done, guys. You worked very hard today. Lovely for you to be here. Thanks for joining us, and look forward to seeing you all again soon. Take care. Have a lovely Sunday. Bye.